Oh, he seemed a real pig to me.
Well, I didn't like him from the start, but I wish I'd known who he was. He'll probably report me now.
He'll probably report all of us. But it's Mrs. Davidson I feel sorry for. She looked really upset. From what I could see, he seemed to be picking holes in everything.
You think she could be in real trouble?
Yes, I think she could be. I think she could lose her job.
Oh, I wish I hadn't been so unpleasant to him. Well, if Jim Fletcher's made governor, somebody has to be deputy governor.
Well, I wouldn't want the position. The person at the top is always the one in the firing line. And the bigger you are, the harder you fall.
Not if you don't make mistakes.
Who did it?
I don't know yet.
Well?
I just got here. Can you sit up?
What happened, Smith?
Oh, bugger off, Vera.
Well, she's not too badly hurt.
Did you see anything?
Oh, careful, head. I didn't see a bloody thing.
Can you walk?
Had you been arguing with Bryant?
Oh, wake up, Vera.
Take her to the infirmary. I'll let the governor know what's happened. You'll have to come with me.
Oh, why? I don't know anything.
Well, come on, move.
In one afternoon, I have discovered poor discipline, lax surveillance, and staff inattention to regulations.
Mr. Gillespie, I have worked for this department for many years, and we've found from experience that harsh discipline is counterproductive.
So people should be able to walk in and out unchecked.
Not at all. I shall be attending to that.
There are problems, Mrs. Davidson. Big problems.
Perhaps not as big as they appear to be. Yes?
Oh, when you're free, Mrs. Davidson.
What is it, Miss Bennett?
Just routine.
Oh, if it's just routine, Miss Bennett, I'd like to hear.
Come in. Go ahead.
I'm afraid there's a problem. B. Smith. She's been attacked.
Just routine.
It isn't serious.
Any attack on a prisoner is serious.
What happened, Miss Bennett?
She was found a few moments ago lying in a corridor. Apparently she'd been struck from behind.
Where is she now?
The infirmary. Officer Phillips taking care of her.
Who did it?
Well, they never give that sort of information.
That's not what I asked you.
I've no idea, sir.
Who found her, Miss Bennett?
Bryant, she's outside.
Bryant and Smith, they're good friends.
That can change in a minute.
You'd better bring her in.
Bryant, stand there.
Well, what happened?
Well, I just walked around the corner and there was Bee lying on the ground unconscious. First I thought she had a stroke or something like that, but then I saw some blood, so I started yelling for help.
You saw no one else about?
No, not a soul.
Have you any idea why this would have happened?
None at all. Honest.
Oh, wait outside. She appears to have no information at all.
Apparently not.
Then why did you bring her here?
I thought you'd want to see her.
Well, thank you, Miss Bennett. I shall speak to Smith later.
You were saying, Mrs. Davidson? No big problems?
But just imagine, Dor, if you got down in them cellars and somebody pushed the slab back, you'd be buried alive. Play cards, Lizzie. You'd be wandering around for days, crying your heart out, starving to death, looking for a rat for a good feed.
Would you give it a rest, Lizzie?
But if there was plenty of grog down in them cellars, you could be drunk for weeks.
Yeah, and we'd be in the pound for weeks sobering up, too. Is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, sure.
No, it's not. What's up?
Bea, she's been bashed.
Bea?
Yes. I came around a corner. There she was lying on the ground. She'd been hit from behind.
She okay?
Oh, I hope so. They've taken her off to the infirmary.
But who'd want to bash Bea?
One of the screws, maybe.
Now, why would they want to do that? They make her life hell enough without having to bash her.
Perhaps it was one of Margot's friends.
Come on, it wasn't us.
Anyway, she's friends with Bea, isn't she?
Yeah, well, that can change in a minute, can't it?
Or maybe it was just somebody that she pulled into line.
And what are you staring at?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, I think you've been a bit strange lately, Doreen.
Come off it, the pair of you. It's a terrible thing to say, but I hope it was Margot. Because otherwise, there's a basher in here, and any one of us could be next.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Gillespie.
Spinner,
Yes, sir?
why are you letting me walk out without signing the book? I suggest you rethink your attitude to your duty. I intend this investigation to be most thorough.
Yes, and I think it should be.
I'm glad. I'm familiar with your record. I note there's been a suspension.
Well, yes, sir, but there are two sides to that. And I think my record otherwise...
Quite. I'll be scrutinizing all staff thoroughly, but I thought it only fair to warn you.
You know, shearers are real fussy about their grub. If they was in here, they wouldn't just send it back. They'd shoot the bloody cook.
Careful, Lizzie, she might hear you.
Oh, what do I care? They know it's true anyway.
Oh, shut up, Lizzie.
I'm just trying to cheer you up. If you think I'm not as worried as you are, every time I'm on my own, I'm frightened of getting bashed on the head. Be different if I was in the shearers' camp. I used to be called the sharpest knee in the West.
A lot of good that'd do you in here.
Well, that's what I mean.
Hi, Bea.
Hi, honey. How's your head?
Oh, bloody awful. Listen, did you see anything?
No, love. I just came around the corner. There you were. I thought you'd had a stroke.
Yeah, someone stroked me with a brick.
Are you okay, Bea?
Take more than a hit in the head to finish me off, love. And someone's going to wish they hadn't been born.
Here, Bea.
Ciao.
And it wasn't Margot.
Yeah,
Who do you reckon it was, Bea?
don't know yet, but I'll find out.
You don't reckon it was, one of us, do you, Bea?
I haven't ruled that out yet. But at the moment, I reckon it's a screw.
But why?
Well, lots of people could be paid from the outside. Look, honey, people have grudges against you, And if they're outside, then they can't get at you.
Yeah, well, if that is what it is, they are in for a big surprise.
This incident yesterday, Smith, what can you tell us?
Not much. I was walking down the corridor 1 minute thinking nice thoughts, and the next minute I woke up feeling as if a truck had driven over my head.
It seems remarkable that you could be caught completely off guard.
Yes, it is remarkable, isn't it? But it's a fact.
I'm in no mood for levity, Smith. I realise that you would prefer to deal with this yourself, but I'm warning you, one incident of violence and you will finish up in solitary. Now, this is a very serious assault. I am trying to help you. Has anyone threatened you?
No one.
Have you any idea who it might be?
No, Mrs. Davidson, I have not.
Officer Barfield will take you back to the laundry. Show her out, please, Miss Bennet, and then I would like to speak to you.
Come on, Smith.
Well, something like this would have to happen in the middle of an inspection.
Well, that's what I can't understand. It's so out of the blue.
You don't think it's a feud?
Well, there are usually signs when they're on. This time there's nothing.
Well, I want surveillance on Smith stepped up. Not just Smith directly, but Burns, Birdsworth, and everyone closely associated with her.
Well, don't you think that'll drive them underground?
Well, if it forces them to wait until Mr. Gillespie has gone, Miss Bennet, I shall consider it a complete success.
Morning, sir.
Don't you want to see my identification?
Oh, I think I know you now, sir.
What's that got to do with it?
Thank you, sir.
Not yet. Where's your rifle?
Pardon, sir?
The regulation issue rifle.
Oh, it's,
Now, what use is it in there? Guard, The boom. Would you open it?
I'm really looking forward to this piano. We used to have one every Christmas. Of course, there was no TV in them days.
Ever been in a panto, Jude?
Oh, well, we didn't have panos at home, but we used to dress up for Halloween, you know, trick or treat, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I used to dress up a lot when I was a kid, too. Get into all them grown-up clothes and pretend I was a real lady. And sometimes I'd wonder who my mother was, you know. And then, sometimes I used to pretend that I was her.
Yeah, I guess all kids do that.
Yeah, but most kids have got a mother, haven't they?
Yeah, well, isn't that a good idea why we're doing it for an orphanage?
Yeah, them kids gonna get a real kick out of it. I remember my Uncle Henry. He was the horsebreaker from Queensland. He used to take us every year. We used to go out to lunch and then we'd fill up on ice cream.
All right, you lot. Kick Nit. 2 things. First of all, the governor's on the warpath. I don't know why, but she could have been in a bonnet about something, so just watch it. Secondly, I want to know who had a go at me, and you lot are going to help me find out.
Well, how are we going to do that, Bea? Especially if it was one of the screws.
I don't care who it is. They'll do something to give themselves away eventually. When they do, you come and tell me, pronto.
Yeah, but what about Davo? I mean, don't you think it'd be better to lie low for a while?
Well, it might be better for Davo, but I've got a score to settle. I don't care how. I'm going to settle it.
I made a list of the changes that should be made immediately.
Well, by all means, let us discuss them.
I think yesterday demonstrated the need for all these changes. The security gate should be kept locked.
We have already tried that. They have only recently been reopened. The staff claimed there were more hindrance than help.
The purpose of a prison is to maintain security, not to cater to the whims of individuals.
The staff are hardly just individuals. They spent all their time opening the gates for the prisoners to go through.
Yeah, the prisoners will just have to wait until there's an officer available.
It is incidents like this that make them more restive and harder to handle.
I'll come to that. Could the gates be locked from today, please?
If you wish.
Good. Armed guards on the perimeter of the prison.
Well, I hardly think that's necessary.
I didn't expect that you would, Mrs. Davidson. But you've had a number of escapes, and as you've just said, you expect the prisoners to become more restive.
Mr. Gillespie, I am conversant with the latest trends in prison administration, and throughout the world, armed force is seen to have failed.
That may be so, but prisons throughout the world still have armed guards. How long since the armory was checked?
Offhand, I'm not sure.
Would you find out? And all officers should undergo regular firearm practice.
Mr. Gillespie, I must protest. If we encourage the officers to think only in terms of guns, they will be less attentive to other means of control, less interested in understanding the prisoners.
These are regulations, Mrs. Davidson. I am merely enforcing them.
I realize we have a prison to run, but at this rate, it will be only a matter of time before somebody is shot.
If the prisoners behave, there should be no reason for that.
And if they do not behave?
Well, in that case, we should be in a position to weed out the bad elements altogether.
Prisoner's mail, Miss Bennet.
Who's that one for?
B. Smith. It's from a Mr. Pierce, I think.
Oh, the infamous Mr. Ken Pierce. He was before your time, wasn't he?
I think so. Who is he?
He was a so-called ex-criminal posing as a social worker till he decided to set up a liaison with Smith. Cinderella. Must be for the pantomime they think they're going to put on.
Should be fun.
I doubt it. Well, let's see how many coded messages are in this lot.
Has the morning mail arrived yet?
Well, Smith's pantomime has arrived. I'm sure it'll need to be cleaned up a bit.
Oh, Miss Bennet, don't be ridiculous.
Well, some of the things are put in deliberately to make fun of the officers.
It's a children's pantomime.
Well, you saw the last Christmas concert, full of so-called jokes at our expense.
Oh, for heaven's sake, we're short-staffed. We've better things to do than censoring a pantomime.
Well, I'm surprised you're letting it go on at all with Mr. Gillespie here.
Miss Bennet, I am still the governor here. The pantomime, at least, will continue.
Yes?
My name's Potter. Could I see Anne Griffin, please? I'm her lawyer.
Could I see some identification?
I've just been through all that at the gate.
I'll need some identification.
Driver's license? I've been here before. I never had all this.
Times have changed, Mr. Potter. Sign the book, please. I'll take you to the interview room. Could you ask Miss Barfield to get Griffin?
I'll call you when I'm ready. I'm Andrew Potter. I'm from Legal Aid.
But I haven't got any money.
That's what Legal Aid is about. Do sit down. Now, first of all, bail. There's no one that could stand surety for you.
No.
What about this Megan?
Oh, she's away on holidays.
It's a serious offence, Anne.
I didn't do it.
So we've got a few things in our favour. The evidence is circumstantial. As it turns out, the shopkeeper admits she didn't get a good look at the thief.
I'd never even seen her before they arrested me.
So the case against you relies largely on the fact that you were found near the scene with the exact amount of money stolen.
I've told them. Megan gave it to me.
But unless we can find Megan, we've only got your word for that.
Well, how am I expected to find her? I'm in jail. Well, I saw her off on the plane. She was upset. I don't know why. We had some coffee and I tried to find out what was wrong with her. She told me that she just needed a break. I said I didn't believe her. She was going to tell me. I know she was going to tell me. And then that voice came over the loudspeaker and she said that was her flight and she'd have to go. She just left half of her coffee and went down the escalator, and that was the last I saw of her.
Anne, I'm afraid that unless the police can find her, we're going to have a little trouble proving your innocence.
Mail call. Adams, Shepherd, and Smith.
Nothing for me, Miss Bennett. I was expecting a letter from Josie in Chicago.
Nothing, Birdsworth.
This get damaged in the mail, did it?
Yeah, it looks as though a dog's been chewing at it.
Close.
Well, look what we have here, Cinderella.
I want to be Cinderella. Ugly sister, more like
You
it.
know, oil painting yourself.
Yeah, I wish I could be in it.
You probably won't be here, will you?
Now, let me have a go and I'll show them how to do it.
Quiet. This is Cecil B. de Birdsworth.
Dear fairy godmother, can I go to the ball with my two big sisters? Why do I have to sit here sifting cinders? Of course, you can go to the ball, providing you do certain conditions.
Yeah, and one of them is that you put a paper bag over your head.
Oh, can I have a go, Lizzie? Dear handsome prince, I'm sorry, but I cannot stay.
Stay, for I wish to marry you.
Oh, alas, I cannot. Oh, what is that hour now striking?
And she was home before the clock stopped striking. She should have been out robbing banks.
Okay, we're going to cast this thing.
I thought Doreen was very good as Cinderella.
Yeah, I'll drink to that. Well, looks like you picked yourself a plum. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Oh, terrific.
Next we got the, fairy godmother.
Well, I think that should be Lizzie. She was real nice.
Would you two cook this up between you?
Oh, honest, Bee, we never said a word.
Yeah, I suppose she's sort of all right. She certainly makes things disappear. Then we've got the ugly sisters.
Oh, well, they're sort of the two heavies, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I think that's you and Bee, Jude.
Watch it.
What do you say? You want to have a go?
Yeah, all right.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Okay, we'll get back to this after work, girls. Well, come on, get moving.
See you later, Anne.
See you later.
I thought I might act Cinderella like Marilyn Monroe would. Do you think that'd be a good idea?
Hey, what's going on?
Procedure.
Since when?
Are these gates going to be locked all the time?
We've been through all this before.
Yeah, you know, if we have to go to the John, it's going to take us over half an hour.
Come on, fair go.
Any problems, officer?
No, Mr. Gillespie. Well, get moving.
Which one's be Smith? I want to speak to her. Smith!
Keep moving, the rest of you. You want to talk to me?
That the way you normally address an officer?
I didn't know I was speaking to an officer.
I know all about you, Smith. All about you. You think you run things. Is that correct?
You must be thinking of someone else.
Well, I can assure you of one thing. I'm going to knock you right off your perch.
And can I ask you who you are, sir?
Get back to work.
Hey, is he
I know who that bastard is.
Well, didn't she say his name was Gillespie?
Well, I reckon he's from the department.
What makes you think that?
After you got hit on the head, they hauled me off to the front office. Now, he was just standing there, but you could see how edgy Mrs. Davidson was.
What do you want you for, B?
Coming the heavy, that's all. But I reckon he's responsible for the gates being locked.
Do you mean to tell me he can tell Davo what to do?
Yeah, they must be cracking down.
You think that's responsible for your hit on the head?
Well, he's a tough one, but what makes you think that?
Well, maybe he doesn't like women. He looks the type.
Okay, girls, keep your ears to the ground. I want to know what's going on. Oh, and you better get back to work, just in case Gillespie comes poking around. Where are you going, Lizzie?
To the loo. Do you want to watch? Come on, Miss Bennett.
What do you want?
I want to go to the loo.
Why didn't you go before?
I was waiting for a letter from Josie.
I know you, Birdsworth. Never miss an excuse for malingering. Now, hurry up.
You know me all right, Miss Bennett. You know me so well you'd like to have me put down. That's what you'd like to do to all the old people, isn't it?
What was all that about?
Pardon?
That disgraceful exhibition.
Oh, that was Birdsworth. We take no notice.
Don't we, indeed?
Well, she's sent out.
A day in solitary she'd learn soon enough.
But it hardly seemed to matter.
Hardly seem to matter. If one prisoner gets away with it, they all start. No wonder discipline's in tatters. There are too many weak-kneed people in this prison, Miss Bennett. You're obviously one of them.
Ted, it's Erica Davidson.
Erica, how's it going?
I'm ringing about Mr. Gillespie, as no doubt you expected.
What's the problem?
Oh, Ted, don't play games with me. I demand to know how long this is going on.
Erica, look, it's a delicate situation for all of us.
The man is trying to take over the prison.
The department does know what it's doing. Couldn't you just play along for the moment?
Oh, Ted, for heaven's sake. The security gates are locked, the staff are going to be issued with guns, and you ask me to play along. The man is creating a perfect condition for a riot.
He is simply doing his job.
All right, then, but let me do mine.
Yes, but you didn't, Erica. That's why he's there. You made a mistake. So now you're going to have to put up with him.
And if I don't?
Well, then Wentworth could have a new governor.
Okay, well, we've still got 2 more to cast. Prince Charming and Buttons. Has anybody got any suggestions?
No.
Got a minute, B?
What's the word?
I've been round the other blocks. No one's got a clue who clobbered you.
Are they on the level?
Well, you know, but it looks like it.
Okay, well, there's something else I want you to do for me.
What's it worth?
A busted face if you don't.
That's what I like about you, B. You're real nice.
This bloke Gillespie, he's supposed to be some bigwig from the department. Anything you can find out about him, I'd be very grateful.
See what I can do. What's on here?
Oh, trying to cast this pantomime. Are you interested?
I don't know. You mean acting?
Yeah.
Come on, Margot. It's going to be real good fun. We're going to put on for the little kids at the orphanage.
And we're needing a Prince Charming.
Well, I'd be a natural, wouldn't I? Well, I wouldn't want to show the rest of yous up.
Oh, good. Get her.
Come on, be in it.
All right. Whatever you think's a fair thing.
Okay, you're it. That just leaves us with Buttons. Who have we got left?
What about Mouse? She's in the kitchen.
Yeah, what about Mouse B? She'd be real great.
Think she'd be in it?
She'll be in it. I'll talk to her.
Okay, that's the cast then. Let's read the play. We'll start with Cinderella.
That's you, Dor.
Oh, B, what do I do?
Cinderella has just finished a hard day's work and she just sat down when the 2 ugly sisters walk in and bust her one.
Oh, sounds just like Vera.
I think I'm more excited than you are. You're getting married in church?
Yes, we are. But without all the paraphernalia, just a simple service.
Oh, that can be really nice nowadays.
Have you heard the latest?
What's that?
How long since you fired a rifle?
Not since basic training, thank heaven.
Well, our names are on the notice board to go to the range tomorrow.
One of Mr. Gillespie's ideas, no doubt.
Oh, well, it's all right for him, but who's going to look after this place?
He's certainly making his presence felt.
All right, ladies, if you could wear these at all times, please. Identification. They fixed to the lapel, like so.
Oh, who picked the photo?
I did, why?
Oh, Jim, there were half a dozen shots of me. This one's the worst one of the lot.
Well, if it frightens the prisoner, so much the better.
Another one of Mr. Gillespie's ideas?
Yes, well, if you lose it, notify me immediately.
Oh, he picked it on purpose.
Yes, well, mine's not so hot either.
What do you think of Mr. Gillespie, Meg?
Well, I think the ID badges are quite a good idea. But locking the security gates and all this emphasis on guns, look, I don't like it.
Too heavy-handed for me.
This is a prison.
Well, you and he should get on like a house on fire.
As a matter of fact, we don't. But in many ways, he's got the right attitude.
I'm sorry. Did I startle you?
Hang on. No, I was looking for someone. Have you seen a strange old lady?
No, but I've seen a beautiful young lady.
Oh, Margot, I'm beginning to see you in a new light.
Come off it, you lot. But do I have to say all this? I feel like a real twit.
Come on, get on with it.
Now, where was I? Who? Me? But I'm not beautiful. Careful how you answer that.
Oh, bugger it, I've lost the place now.
Oh, this is hopeless. We haven't got enough scripts.
Yeah, it's really hard to concentrate, Bee.
Yeah, we'll finish up and come back after tea and make some more copies.
And how are we going to do that?
Oh, I don't know. I'll read it out and you can all write it down, I suppose.
Oh, I can't even spell half of this stuff.
I'll help you, Lizzie.
All right, ladies, I'm open for business. Who wants a bet? Trots tonight, gallopers Saturday.
Listen, Margot, you know that thing Bad Century. What's the odds?
4s.
Oh, I just got a feeling. I'll go and get some money.
Oh, sounds as though I ought to be in that. Dawn's always right when she gets those feelings. I'll have $2 on Bad Century.
Listen, I quoted them odds wrong. Should have been 3s.
You said 4s, don't you, Welsh on me?
4s it is. Oh, bloody hell, the screws will be here any minute. Listen, girls, I'll be here right back after tea, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Bee, somebody's pinched me money.
How much?
The lot. I planted it under me mattress.
All right, Lizzie, give it back.
Me?
Well, you just put a bet on, didn't you?
Why has it always got to be me?
Because you are a bloody old kleptomaniac, that's why.
Well, I tell you, I ain't touched it.
Look, love, no one's going to make a fuss. Just hand it back.
It wasn't me.
She always owns up when it's her.
Some of the time.
Nice lot of friends you are.
Oh, it doesn't look as though it was Lizzie B.
Yeah, all right, then who?
Well, come along, you lot.
Oh. Is that so you don't forget who you are, Mrs. Powell?
You know, if my photograph turned out like that, I think I'd rather forget who I was. Move it.
Hello, darling. Oh, it's so wonderful to be back.
G'day, Smart. What is it this time?
As usual. Oh, I'd forgotten how big and strong you are.
Knock it off. Thank you. Stand on that white line, please.
Oh, and you're so masterful. And you take such a cute photo. Have you got a spare one for me to put under my pillow?
Your name is Helen Pamela Smart, is that correct?
C'est moi, mon chéri.
You've been sentenced to 10 days imprisonment for failure to pay a fine for soliciting.
I never thought I would miss this place. I was right.
Put your bag on the desk, please. Jewelry. Why didn't you pay your fine?
Oh, la la, too busy. I was, how you say, in bed.
Wouldn't a few days' rest be better than 10 days in here?
Oh, this way everybody is happy. I get a compulsory holiday. The cops look like they do their job. I get to say hello to the girls. And my little Pip, he gets to miss me.
Got it all worked out, haven't you, Smart?
Johnny bought me the earrings the last time I got out.
All right. Just check that list. Sign for it, please. I'll get one of the female officers to come and search you.
Oh, you can do it yourself if you like.
No, thanks.
Oh, don't forget, Monsieur Fletcher, special discounts for prison officers.
If you hurry, you'll be in time for tea. After your shower, go straight to the dining room.
Can I ask a favour?
What is it, Smart?
The search. Anyone but Vera Bennett, okay?
Go on, get moving.
Come on, Lizzie, don't be stupid.
Who'd want to eat with a petty thief?
You're knocking off stuff all the time.
No, I'm not. I only borrow it.
Oh, suit yourself.
Geez, poor old Lizzie.
Who's the first person you thought of?
Yeah, I know.
My dough's gone too.
Your bookie dough?
Nah, that's really hidden. But $5 I was saving for bits and pieces. And I want it back.
Want what back?
The $5 you nicked.
Go to hell.
Listen, Lizzie, you can thieve from your friends as much as you like, but leave me out of it.
All right, that's enough.
I want my money back.
We'll talk about this later. B? It's okay, Mrs. Jackson.
Too bloody right we will.
Good. It's the queen of the banging brigade.
Ah, all the run finished?
No, you had to like it's still on.
Well, I'll move it along, Smart, and I'll be right with you.
She'll liven things up.
Yeah.
Hey, I wasn't going to say anything, but I guess I should. My money's gone too.
How much?
$3.
Where was it?
In a slipper with my other things.
Looks like we've got a real problem on our hands.
Come in.
You want to see me?
Yes, I'm sorry I haven't had much chance to discuss things with you in the last couple of days.
That's quite understandable.
Well, despite these experiments, the prison must continue to function. As you are aware, I am very much against the emphasis Mr. Gillespie puts on firearms. However, as we have no choice in the matter, I think we should be as proficient as possible.
I couldn't agree more.
I think a little practice might be worthwhile before Mr. Gillespie gets the chance to see us in action.
What do you mean, the full bit, stripping down rifles, the lot?
I think so.
Well, whereabouts?
Well, is the staff room big enough?
Yeah. Look, we've got some rifle practice tomorrow morning. If you like, I'll give them some extra drill in the afternoon.
Thank you.
I suppose I shouldn't comment, but that Gillespie seems like quite a character.
Yes, he is indeed.
I'm glad it's you and not me. And as for the staff, I'd say they're 100% behind you.
That's encouraging to know.
Well, I've met his type before in the army. Go in hard and heavy, then everybody's too scared to stand up to you.
Mr. Gillespie is certainly doing his best.
Was there anything else?
I don't think so. Oh, Jim, thank you.
Second ugly sister. There's the handsome prince. You who, your highness.
Oh, do I have to write all this out, Fee? I'm not even in this scene.
Of course you do. You've got to know what the whole play's about.
Well, I know what the whole play's about.
Oh, this is the only bit that's boring, honey. It'll liven up again.
Oh, can we take a break? My hand's falling off.
Buying us all drinks in the break, Lizzie?
Give it a rest. Okay, everyone take 5 minutes off.
Okay, you guys. Who's the smart bugger?
Oh, no, not you two. How much?
$10. I'm in the slammer 5 minutes and I'm cleaned out. And I've worked bloody miracles to get that past the screws.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to make an announcement. When I find out who's doing this, and I will, I'm going to bloody kill them.
Now, listen, honey, don't take this the wrong way, but have you lost any money?
No, why?
Well, if Lizzie didn't steal the money, and I don't think she did, it could be that they were trying to set you up. You know, the money's going to mysteriously reappear in your cell.
It could be. Why?
Well, I don't know, but someone's got it in for you. That's for sure.
How long till breakfast?
I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe.
Wish I could lock me stuff up.
You still think I'm the thief, I suppose?
Oh, of course not, Lizzie.
What about this Anne? She got here just before all this thing started.
But she's such a nice, quiet little thing.
Nice, quiet little thing. What about me?
You may be little, but you're certainly not quiet. Now, why don't you just give it a rest?
Well, if I could have taken it, Anne could have taken it.
I haven't ruled her out, Lizzie.
No, but you haven't ruled me out either.
No, I have not.
Well, it's not bloody fair. It's gone, me money.
Oh, how much?
$3. I put it in here last night when all that thieving started and some bloody mongrel's taken it.
Oh, jeez, Lizzie.
Now, that could have been Nan while we was at the showers. I'm not saying it was, because I know what it's like to be blamed, but it could have been.
Anne was at the showers too.
She went there after we did.
All right, Lizzie, she could have pinched it, and you could have planted it and said it was pinched.
Me!
Oh, that's a bit rough, Bea.
Look, I haven't ruled out either of them. And if she's got a lousy reputation, it's her own bloody fault.
Yeah, but she's our mate.
Look, if you really want to know, I don't think it's either of them.
Well, who do you think it was who took it?
I can't say. It's just a comment Judy made.
What?
Never you mind. Come on, let's eat.
Now relax, that's it. And squeeze the trigger, don't jerk it. Now.
How can you relax when you're about to shoot someone?
Might have to. Or they'll shoot you.
Not bad, it'll get better. Now, it's your turn. Not bad.
Let's see how Jim manages.
Very good.
Trying to show us up.
Ah, just good army training.
How long since you've done this?
2 years, but I need new glasses.
Show me your stance. Oh, that's pretty right. Very good. What are you aiming at?
The legs.
Oh, excellent. And what are you aiming at?
The heart.
Bloody thing!
Is everything okay?
Fine.
Oh, nothing personal.
This place is giving me the willies the way you're all carrying on.
Oh, give it a rest, Doreen.
Yeah, forget it, Dor. Some people think of nobody but themselves.
Oh. All right, who wants to put a few bob on? Well, you can't all be out. Look, first one to lay a bet, I'll double the odds.
Oh, put a sock in it, Margot.
I'm bloody going broke.
Well, you can't get blood out of a stone.
What about you, Bea? You've still got your dough.
Yeah, I have. Haven't I?
It's 2 specials, 1 Siciliana and an Aussie mix. Well, that really made me hungry. You lot did quite well.
Well enough, I suppose. It'll keep Gillespie out of our hair.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't mind shooting him.
That's the silly thing. I don't think I could shoot anyone.
You mustn't think like that. It'll alter your whole attitude.
Is that true, Jim?
To some extent.
Well, I wonder how Wentworth's getting along without us.
They'll manage. Joan Barfield should be back by now.
Yeah, but the staff problems are going to get worse with your wedding. Everybody wants to go.
I'll leave that for Jim to sort out.
You wouldn't think of putting it off, would you, ma'am?
No way.
Where are you going to live?
Well, Bob's got that great big house. It'd be silly not to use it.
Well, you won't have to keep working.
Oh, I'd go stale at home.
Oh, it's an option some of us would love.
Enough money, big, comfortable place, someone to go home to. Well, things have worked out very well for you.
Yes, they have.
Thought I might find you in here.
Hi.
How come you're not in the rec room with the others?
Trying to learn my lines for the panto. Anyway, things are a bit confused down there with all that money going off, so I thought I'd let Bede sort it out herself.
Yeah, she really likes to think she's boss, doesn't she?
Oh, well, she is boss, honey. Don't get confused about that.
I know people aren't supposed to ask, and, well, if you don't want to tell me...
You want to know how I got in here, huh? I guess you could say that I committed myself. That'd be the word for it. See, I had a friend I really cared a lot about, and she was in here, so I got busted to be with her.
Was that Sharon, the one who
Yes, that was Sharon. Do you know a screw killed her? Anyway, after she died, I broke out. Didn't work out, though. You have to have a lot of money for that sort of thing and plan everything step by step.
Sounds like you're thinking about it again.
Me? No. Well, not at the moment, anyway.
Why not?
No reason.
It's a pretty bad kind of a place.
Oh, it's not too bad, I guess. It's better than being on the run, isn't it? How about you? How are you finding it?
Oh, it's a bit scary. Since Sharon, has there been anyone?
Why?
You must get very lonely.
Well, there was someone I liked. Hey, have you been there, have you?
Mm-hmm. This girl, oh, she was really beautiful. Oh, well, not beautiful like a film star or anybody, but interesting. And high cheekbones and these really amazing eyes. She could look right into you. She'd just broken up with someone. I'd always been straight until then, but it was strange. As soon as I saw her, I just knew. She held out a hand.
Is that Megan?
No, her name was Eloise.
Oh, well, what's Megan?
Oh, she's just my friend.
Well, Anne, I like you very much, you know that, but not in that way, huh?
Why not?
No reason. Just the way I am at the moment, okay?
Right, well, there's a rifle and cleaning gear in front of all of you. First thing we better do is to strip them down.
What precisely is the object of this? If there's a riot, we break out the rifles, then we pull them apart to frighten the prisoners.
The object is twofold. Firstly, to show Gillespie that we can do it, and secondly, to get a certain familiarity with the rifle, okay?
This rifle's filthy.
Yes, but mine's a mess, too.
Afraid we're going to have to do the best with what we've got.
Just look at this. These weapons are a disgrace.
Well, you better clean them up a bit first, then, eh?
Well, how is everything?
These weapons are in pretty bad shape, Mrs. Davidson.
Oh, I'll just have to let Mr. Gillespie see to that. Oh, which reminds me, I have some other news. In future, all guards on perimeter duty will be armed.
With live ammunition?
Of course.
But what if there's an accident?
I must admit these weapons aren't very safe.
And we've never needed them in the past.
Oh, a great many things from the past are no longer going to be needed, Mrs. Powell.
At least it'll stop these escapes.
Well, I don't agree. It'll just mean the prisoners will arm themselves, and that'll be more dangerous for the officers.
Yeah, we've got to take it to the union.
Well, what can they do?
Look, we're just going to have to do it.
There was no need to cancel the rehearsal.
Look, nobody else cares, so why should I?
Oh, we was just a bit upset about our TV.
Well, how can I have a panto without a Cinderella?
But Doreen going on trolley duty wasn't her fault.
Well, it wasn't mine either, so let's just give it a rest, eh?
Whatever you say, Bea. Tea'll be ready in a minute. You'll feel better after a good feed.
Can I come in?
Of course you can, love.
Will the panto...
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, Judy's pretty depressed, too.
Oh, really? What about?
Everything, I think.
It's this place. It gets to you.
Judy escaped once, didn't she?
Not for long, why?
The way she's talking, I think she might try again.
Rubbish.
Oh, I don't know, Bea. You know, when Mouse found that hole, Judy was real interested.
Yeah, well, weren't we all? I'll see you at tea.
Where you going, Bea?
Never you mind.
It's disgraceful, the condition those rifles were in. What if there'd been an emergency?
Yes, well, thought had occurred to me.
Mrs. Davidson means well, but she's too soft. They're forever taking advantage of her.
She's got a lot on her mind at the moment.
And whose fault's that? It's not as if she hasn't been told.
Yes, I know, but I think we should just let up on her for a bit.
Well, don't think I'm standing up for Gillespie. He seems to be rather down on me in particular. But it's a pity we can't have someone like him for governor. This place had run like clockwork.
Oh, we could also be in for some trouble. Lots of it.
Well, if Gillespie was governor instead of Mrs. Davidson, well, we'd be prepared for trouble whenever it happened.
And one step out of line and we'd be on the carpet.
So, that's the way a prison should be run. I'm telling you, Gillespie's the kind of governor this place needs.
Would you just mind explaining where you got that little